We are going to be doing slope-intercept form. Essential question is, what steps do you follow to graph an equation using slope and y-intercept? Vocabulary is slope-intercept form. This one, the overall actual slope-intercept form, that's not very difficult. It really should not be. Yes, that is the only vocab. The problem with slope-intercept form is you will get equations that are not set in this form that you have to know how to get there. Okay? Are you okay, Anthony? Yeah. Are you sure you're like freaking out on me over there? Why are we so triggered? This is when we will be graphing some stuff. Guys, I guarantee you. I'll give you an example. Last year, near the end of the year, I walked into the other pre-algebra class. They had a different teacher at the time. Teacher was a sub. They didn't know what to do. I walked in and I'm like, we don't know how to find this. And I go, you do this, you do this. Done. Okay? So, 3, 2, 1. We're going to talk about this slope-intercept form. We're talking about slope-intercept. It's obviously talking about what it's intercepting something. It's intercepting something very specifically. What is intercepting? The slope. The slope is going to intercept one of our axes. Actually, it should intercept both of them, but we're talking about one in particular. Okay? So, that's your slope-intercept form. That is where, yep, and I'll explain it. There's a reason this is called slope-intercept form. You have y values, you have x values, right? Those will stay. Guess what M stands for? Think of our title. What do you think? Take it. Time out. Let's take this seriously. We're talking about math. We're talking about slope-intercept form.
Multiplication.
Not. We're talking more specifically about slope-intercept form.
Slope.
That's slope. I don't know why they picked him. I have no clue. I think it's kind of weird.
That's why.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. But that's your slope. M is for the slope. And X. B.
Boy. Wait, it doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does. The variables I choose, no, it doesn't.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I agree. The variables they chose, it doesn't make any sense. But I'm going to continue to use them because this is what everybody all over the world would use. Y equals mx plus b. M stands for slope. B stands for the y-intercept. Okay? This is when when you cross the y anywhere except for 0. So if it doesn't pass through the origin, you want it to be y-intercept form. This will make graphing so much easier. It really should. Okay? Because what we know about slope, that is the change in y over the change in x. We also call that the rise over the run, which means you go up, then you go over. It's kind of opposite of your ordered pairs. When you read your ordered pairs, you go across to plot and then up. Slope, you go up and then over. Okay. This this is why this lesson should actually be fairly easy. In the what? You're going to get questions like this. It says state the slope and y-intercept. Then it's going to give you y equals 1/4 x plus 6. What's the slope? How do you know slope is 1/4? Because that's where the m belongs. Slope is 1/4. What about the y-intercept? They get questions like that. Think that one's easy? Can you go through and tell me slope, intercept form on all of them? Are you sure? Let's try it. Guess what I'm going to say? Student page. When I see everyone flip the notebook over or at least change pages, you should slide it over, not flip it over. But when I see you on student page, I'll know you're ready. Okay, I want you to write across the top. State the slope and y-intercept. And y-intercept. State the slope and y-intercept, sorry. Of last one's a little bit tricky, but nothing much. All I want is the slope and the y-intercept. You don't get what? What's the slope and intercept form?
I don't know.
Look in your notes. What's the slope and intercept form? Okay, so what does N stand for? What does V stand for?
Why?
Where's the N? Yep. Where's V? But I want you to make sure it's equals to
What about that one?
That's how you want to show
What about that one?
it. Are you adding anything?
No.
So what could you add?
I do not get it. I am
You still want to do the y-intercept.
Perfect.
Yes, yes, now you just need y-intercept. What's that? Give me a hint, guys, in the second one. Y equals negative 2x. What's being added to negative 2x? Zero. Zero. That's what the y-intercept is.
Slope. Slope.
Nope, it has to intercept the y.
Sloppy Joe.
Good. Good. Good.
Oh, Mary.
Where should the end be?
This is zero.
You took it a little too far.
I don't get this.
All right, so we had a little bit of confusion. Did you guys get it figured out now?
Yes.
Okay. What is the slope-intercept form? Nope. What is the slope-intercept form? How do we write the slope-intercept form, guys? Look in your notes. What was the very first thing I made you write down in your notes? Y equals mx plus b. What does m stand for?
3.
No?
Slope.
Slope.
Oh, yeah.
M stands for slope. So guess what slope is?
3.
What does b stand for?
Y intercept.
So what is y-intercept?
Y intercept.
We don't have to worry about x-intercept for slope-intercept form. Okay? Because the slope will tell us how to get to that x-intercept. Now on this one, what is being added?
Nothing.
Nothing. What number represents nothing?
0.
0. So we still have y equals mx plus b. Where's our slope? I don't have everyone paying attention. Where's the slope?
-2.
M, which is -2. What about the y-intercept?
+0.
Why 0?
Because it's negative.
Okay? Does that clarify it for you guys?
Yes.
All right, let's try another one then.
So there's
Wait, so
basically a
this
bunch
is
of
our
imaginary
homework
zeros.
This is part of the homework. It's not quite everything.
Well, we have for fun. So that's your other homework.
Okay?
Which one was it? I struggled on representing the year functions.
Oh, I got that one.
3, 2, 1. What is the slope and the y-intercept? Write it down in your notes. Yep, still on the student page. What is the slope and the y-intercept?
That is easy. I forgot my book at home.
Why did you take the book home? Why didn't you just leave them in the cupboard? Good.
Slow. Lock the door.
Good.
Oh, we saw that one.
Good. Slope is in the next. Good. Good. But I'm going to have you start doing this because you're not going to draw arrows in your notes. So when you get on these,
What I do?
Good. Good. Look. Y-intercept for the slope form is y equals mx plus b.
So we can't do that in our homework.
That's why I gave that problem. So you
We
guys
draw
know
arrows on our homework.
Oh.
I'm not going, if you are asked to give me the slope-intercept form and I give you this, I don't expect you to write that down. I just expect slope is and y-intercept is. Alright, you guys got it?
Yes.
What was so different about this one?
It's
It
negative.
had a negative. There's a reason I gave this to you, because we still have y equals mx plus b. Is that a plus? No. That is adding a negative. So the y-intercept would be -7. That's the reason I gave it to you. Now, you guys ready for something a little bit harder? I'm sure you can do it. All right, tell me, what is the slope and the y-intercept? No, it is not.
It's y.
Slope
It's y.
No, it is not.
It's unidentified.
No.
Unidentified.
Oh, it is identified. I know what it is.
No slope. Then, oh my.
Here we go. What is our slope-intercept form?
Y equals
mx plus b, right?
yeah.
Are those written in the same form?
No.
What is by itself in this slope-intercept form?
Y.
The y has to be by itself. Now on this, negative 4x plus y equals 2. Is the y by itself?
No.
What is with it?
Negative 4x.
Negative 4x. What's the inverse of negative 4x?
4.
4.
Yeah, 4.
Not just add 4, we add what?
Add 4x.
Add 4x. What you do to the left?
You must do it right.
You do it to the right. These will cancel out, leaving us with y. Why is it 4x? Why don't we say 6x? Different variables cannot add. Why is it, can we put 2 plus 4x?
Yeah.
How do we do slope-intercept form?
Y equals 4x.
mx plus b. So it is 4x plus 2. Now can you tell me the slope and the y-intercept?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you basically just flip it and use the inverse.
You use your equations knowledge to get it to the other side. Yeah. Because if you just ask for slope and y-intercept and it's set in the slope-intercept form, that's 2 points. If I give you something like this, you have to get it to slope-intercept form first. That's 3 points. Don't put X. The slope is just the number, it's not the X. Yes. Good.
Chicken nuggets.
You're too small.
How much?
Good.
Thanks a lot.
Good. 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 Good.
Oh my gosh, you're so mean.
Good. Only you two. Looks like you want it first. Yeah. Slope is good. Well, you still got to take slope and y-intercept. That's the goal. Good. Your turn. You look upset. Good. Okay. Any questions? Yeah. All right.
Wait, I need to show you.
3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to be mean. Take off.
Let's go.
I want you guys to find me the slope and y-intercept from those two.
Sicko mode? Or
Slope.
Obama?
Slope and y-intercept. Hey guys, I'm trying to get this done as soon as possible so you guys can have as much time on homework as possible.
I'll do my missing work.
Do you want enough time to do your missing work? Then let's get this done.
What is
So we have to turn it 2?
Uh-huh.
Or can I do 1? Both of them?
Yep. Well, should have done it on time then. Don't
I've
want to
been
hear it.
busy.
You don't think I'm busy?
But you don't get to do homework?
No, but she has to grade all our papers.
Who cares? Why don't you give us homework in the first?
You could just get it.
All right, fine. I'll stop giving you homework.
Let's go.
Then you won't have a grade.
You just get the test. Oh. With no practice to help you pass the test. Because I can't take away the
Give us
test.
homework.
There you go. Quit complaining. And I suggest you stop complaining because I give you anywhere from 10 to 20. I will never pass 20. I try to avoid getting it past 15.
But I've been busy.
That's my twin.
Hey, you know what? Get used to it. I know some high school students never had me, who I made this comment. Yeah, my students get mad at me because they say I give them too much. And they go, how much do you give them? At most 20 problems. in high school. Cool. In your high school, so don't complain. I have people not giving me answers. I need answers.
Okay,
I have to see which one I was. Yes, yes. No. That one. You missed something. Good. And yeah, you did. You missed. Good.
We do homework.
What's that number? No, you're good.
Oh my gosh.
Did I set this one up right?
Oh, no. Is this what I
Yes. Either one would be correct. You'll probably see more like, yeah. Probably see more.
Oh, get the one. I'm about to hack.
What is this?
Take down her YouTube channel, demonetize her.
Hey guys, I need you to get this done because I still need to show you how to graph these. Because your homework will include graphing some of these. That's why I need to teach it to you, dude.
Why am I in five? Why am I negative?
Wait, there's two variables.
What did you say? Yeah, you tell me what is self and what is intercept.
What the?
Hey, this isn't time for tapping. It's not time for singing. It's not time for humming. It's not time to sound like a trumpet. It's not time to mess around. No X. No X. You're doing too much. Is the Y by itself? The Y is completely by itself? No. Not quite. You can combine this 5 and this X. One has a variable, one does not. So -9. Guys, can you combine them if one has a variable and one does not?
No.
Who wants to open this bottle?
Vanessa?
Because it has like no give.
No what?
You open this, it's going to spray and it's going to steam.
Oh.
And I have got half the class in here should be opening this because half the class has combined a 6 with a 6x with a 3. No, I'll open it. Or you combine a 5 with a 1. No. Do not combine if they do not have the same variable.
I think I got
Wait, is this right? Is this right?
What was this?
Leave me alone.
Alright, timeouts. Stop. We need more practice on this. You need more guidance on this. Alright. Everyone stop. Look at the board.
When you,
done.
3. Which variable needs to be by itself?
Why?
Where's your Y on the first one? Left or right? What is with the Y?
6x.
So what do we have to get rid of?
6x.
How do we get rid of a positive 6x?
You use the inverse. You add it to the inverse.
So we're going to subtract 6x. We are going to shove this in there and subtract 6x. Variables are pushy. They push the constants out of the way. Y equals -6x minus 3. Okay? You do not combine anything else. You don't have to worry about anything else. Can you guys tell me what the slope is? What is it? -6. What is the y-intercept? -3. Look at the second one. Where is the variable that stays by itself? What variable is that? Here's your y. Is it by itself?
No.
No. What is with it?
-5.
What's the inverse of negative 5?
Plus
Plus
5.
Add 5. Did we touch this negative x?
No.
Do not touch this negative x. But we're going to add 5. The constants always go to the end. Y equals, did we touch that negative x?
No.
So you bring it down.
It'd be negative 1x.
Yes, you can make that negative 1x. Plus 5. What is the slope?
Negative 1.
Negative 1. What is the y-intercept?
5. And if they didn't have the 1,
It would still just be negative 1. If you had, let's try another one. Not y equals. Try those two. Good.
I kind of feel like I'm right, but kind of feel like I'm not. I feel like I'm wrong.
Do you put the variable with the slope? No. Slope is just a number. Good. No, because you're just putting arrows. I don't want to see arrows. Much better.
Hold up.
I never give you my pencil.
Another way.
The Giants.
Like this, like this, like this.
You have next.
Shit, all the X equals.
Good. No.
Yes, it's what
Yes, it's switch. Don't put a variable on it. No, because I still have to teach you how to count.
Oh, sorry.
Good. Go check on my. Go check in that blue check, otherwise I have to dig it out. X is not a slope. X is X variable. That line is yes. And double check because I'm used to slope and y-intercept and flip the last two. So you are good.
Is that bottom down? Yes.
The bottom makes me not want to do that. Alright, you guys feeling a little bit better?
Yes.
Do you have to be careful how you solve it?
Yes.
That negative 5x, is it with the x?
Yes.
So can you combine negative 5 and 10? No. That one would have turned into y equals 5x plus 10. The other one is x plus 2, or sorry, x minus 2 equals y. But here's the thing, guys. On the second one, a lot of you guys showed you subtract 2, you have x minus 2 equals y. That's good, but for our next step, you might want to make sure it's y equals x minus 2. Okay? Your next step is to graph. If it's in y, or sorry, please don't make the noises. If it is in slope-intercept form, that makes our graphing actually go a whole lot easier. You will need one of these that goes straight in your notes, and you only need one of these that will go home for you to do homework with. At least one of each. All right? So the first one. We're just going to graph some of this stuff. All right, here you go. Question. What is the y-intercept?
Plus 1.
You start with that. Go to the origin. The y-intercept is a positive 1, right?
Yeah.
Go on the y-axis to positive 1 and put a dot. That's your starting point.
Oh, we started off going right. Oh, but that's X.
Yeah, this is a y-intercept, so we have to go this. Slope is going to throw you. Always remember, slope is rise over run. It has to be as a fraction. Does that have a fraction? How can we make 3 a fraction?
Over here over 1.
Put it over 1. Again, so if our slope is 3 over 1, you go up, you go over 1. Just like think of taking stairs. Because what we're going to do is going to look a lot like stairs at first. When you are walking up and down stairs, do you kick your foot forward or go up first?
Up.
Why?
We're gonna fall.
If you don't, you're going to fall. If you're going upstairs and you just kick your foot forward before you pick it up, you're going to kick the stairs and trip yourself. Don't do that. Okay, so you go up. So from this point, you're going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then to the right 1 because they're positive. There's your next dot. From that second dot that we have, we go up 3, 1, 2, 3, to the right 1. There's your next dot.
Where do you go from?
Huh? Because the y-intercept was a positive 1. So you start at a positive 1 on the y. Okay? Yeah, it's making a staircase. Once you have at least 3 points, you can get any straight edge that you have. It does not have to be a ruler. I have a pad of paper right here. Line them up. So you connect the dots. You just graphed it.
That's pretty easy.
Yes, it is. You can only do that though if it's in slope-intercept form.
May I have your attention, please? Would the following students please come to the office at this time? Pedro Casella, Daniela Delgado, Leslie Donahue, Stephanie Spray, Abigail Hernandez, Juan Rivera, Emmanuel Ramirez, and Alberto Torres. Those students please come to the office at this time.
So let's graph another one. Y equals negative x minus 2. Where do we start on our graph? 2 down on the y-axis. Why 2 down? You have this right here. So your first point is going to start at the origin, go down 2, and put your dot. What is our slope? Our slope is negative 1 over 1. Now, think back to yesterday. You guys remember that chart I had you copy in your notes about positive and negative slopes? Okay. Guess what? Your slope's negative. Are you going to go up
Down.
You're going to go down. Negative means you have two ways to do this. If I want a negative slope from here, I'm going to go down one to the right one. Put it up. Down one to the right one. Put it up. Or you could have gone up. But if you go up one, you better go to the left one. It doesn't matter. As long as one of those is going towards a negative, it doesn't matter. It does because I switched my loops. Do you have 3 dots? Do you have at least 3 dots?
Yeah.
Do you have a straight edge? Can you play connect the dots?
Yeah.
Let's play connect the dots.
Why would it be negative 1 over 1?
Because what was right here?
Gotta make it a fraction.
This was a negative 1x, right? Make it a fraction, so you know it's 1 to 1. You want to try another one? Let's see. Next one. Let's do a y equals negative 1/3 x plus 4. Where do we have to start at?
4.
4 on the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is our slope? Negative 1/3. It's already set as a fraction. So which direction? From this dot, which direction should we go?
1 up.
1 up, and then
To that.
is this a positive or a negative? It's a negative. So if you want to go up, that's fine, but then you better go left. So up 1 to the left, 3 to make your dot. What if you decide to go down? Down 1. Then what?
Right.
To the right, because down means the negative.
So the numerator is going up or down.
Yeah, the numerator is the up and down. The denominator is side to side. That's why we call it rise or blend. So numerator, you go up or you go down. Denominator, left or right. The negative, you choose one negative. So this negative 1/3, you either go to the left or you go down, but you do not go both left and down unless it's a positive.
So negative means it's going left.
Think of it this way, guys.
Like a number line pen?
Here's how you know. This side is a positive and a positive. What does a positive and a positive make?
Positive.
So your slope better be positive. This side over here, you have a positive and a negative. What does a positive and negative make? Negative. A negative and a negative?
Connected up.
A negative and a positive?
Negative.
So if you have a positive slope, it's going from this area, or at least on down, going right and up. If you have a negative slope, you're going from the left up to the right down. Does that make sense? Okay. I want to do one more.
We didn't put connected up.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Let's connect the dots.
So it doesn't matter, it could be like that.
What is that?
It's a pad of paper. It's sticky notes.
Oh, like that.
It's a straight edge. That's why I said straight edge. I never said ruler. I said get a straight edge.
Big chungus.
All right, what do we have to do on this one?
You need to make it the thing first.
You have to make your slope intercept foreign. Is the y by itself? What do you have to do? Subtract a 2x from both sides. That makes it y equals what?
May I have your attention, please? We have no tax insurance for $15. Please find the office if you're interested.
Did you get that?
HRA taxable rates are $14. Please provide the office to pay. Last day to order is Friday, January 18th.
change pages on myself.
2019 yearbooks are on sale in the office. Purchase yours before they sell out. They're $30 from now to March 1st, $35 from March 1st to March 31st, $40 from April 1st to the end of the school year. They're $25 from parents to conference night. There will be a meeting today at 3:35 in the cafeteria for any girl interested in going out for softball. Art students from last semester, please stop by Mr. Richards to pick up any artwork that was displayed in the display case. Everyone come to our Super Large Statement. It will be Thursday, January 24th from 6:30 to 8:30. Concession stand will be available. Bring a game to share or there will be games provided. Come and have fun with other Super Large staff. Attention environment will be hosting a talent show in March. If any students are participating, please buy topics to pick up an entry.
This one?
Follow the participants to the office at this time. Lorenzo Aguilar.
You could go up to left one, or you can go down to right one.
Alexis Acevedo, Guadalupe Fidel, Victor Chile, Brian Gallego, Rodolfo Marino, Damian Rios, and Julian Alana. Those students come to the office at this time. Thank you and remember, it's a great day.
I keep changing that. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. That's it. How many is it? How many is it? 33.
About 10.
Do you want me to add to it?
No.
Don't tell me that's a lot.
Oh.
It's 10.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
That's not 10.